today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick? But I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
The numbers last week for Mitchell. 16 carries, 61 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Running right, Portis. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So a good decision that time by Zach Taylor. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
An inside give. Here's Portis. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal from the 6.
They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it here with Portis. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. And now they'll throw with Lance.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Lance now on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 25 on second down. Burrow, he's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
Down inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter. Get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
Still pretty good.
Here we go. 980.
Here's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. Burrow looking to pass. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. McPherson on for the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go with the option, coming right. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They hand it off to Portis. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lance on the bootleg.
Out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
B.J. Hill in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And it's fielded at the 34. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 180.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase,
27 yards.
and the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself out.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
B.J. Hill. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Mixon on the counter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. On the give, here's Portis. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And Lance going to throw. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Lance now on 1st down.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Lance looks to throw again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visit.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, can.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon,
73 yards.
And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The quarterback run good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They'll run on 3rd down with Portis. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards. Pretty impressive play. Scrambled out of the pocket. Now, it took some guts to throw that ball because the defender was right there.
Tells you also that his offensive line understands who he is. You don't just get one block on a play. Be prepared for 2 or 3 in order to help keep the play alive, and that allowed for the completion downfield.
On 1, ready? 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Right here.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon,
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Lance looking to throw it.
And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Check back. 47's the mic.
On play action, Lance.
Flushed out right.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And Lance again going to keep it.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Lance going to keep it on the option.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Lance to throw it.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now a carry for Portis.
On the move past the 40.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
The 71 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On third down, Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd and 7.
Burrow.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here's Lance. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
To throw, it's Lance.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
On the draw, here's Mitchell. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a give, left side, it's Portis. Room here to run. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 13.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 2nd and 16, Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Throwing now is Lance.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Lance.
And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
11, Thomas.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Let's go 1-1. 47 is the Mike. 47.
Now Lance. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The Bengals drive about to get going.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Bengals, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Davis Mills and the Houston Texans.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it.
Ertz has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 6 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Mills' throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Mills.
That's complete over the middle to Callaway. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 15. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll give this up the middle to Portis.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mills. Right side complete to Mechie.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Here we go. Here we go. Shift.
First down, here's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A run with Portis. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Running right, Portis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll run it here with Portis. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On the delay, it's Bush. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They toss right side to Bush. And down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mills. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Mills. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there on his
his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The fans of old-school football, they got to be loving this, partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old-school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Davis Mills and his Texans offense get set for another possession.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mills looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Bush trying the middle. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And he's got room.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Mills to throw it.
And Matthews has it right side.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They run up the middle with Bush. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing. Mills. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. They'll go right back to the ground with Portis as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, 203 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll roll him out right.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try and run for it here with Portis. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. First down, Mills. Caught by the tight end, Ertz.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and short yardage, Mills.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Mills to the air again. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Logan Wilson.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Mills. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On the give, here's Portis. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And they're going to speed things up here. An inside give, here's Portis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 226 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They go play action with Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They hand it off to Portis. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Here's Portis, and a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They'll run on 3rd down with Portis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This is Bush. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. They'll go again with Bush. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. They'll run it with Bush. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll hand it off to Bush. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mills. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Now a give, left side, it's Portis. And this time not quite to the 30, it'll be down at the 31-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A run with Portis. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. McPherson on for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he fends him off. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Down to about the 22 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Burrow on play action. Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Mills finding Ertz again.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Well, it was a 3rd and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
This will be complete to Mechie.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
It'll go as just a 15-yard punt, and And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll give this up the middle to Portis. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a carry for Portis. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. And now here is another interception. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense taking over again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 31, Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
To throw, Mills. It's caught inside the 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on second and long. Mills. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run it here with Portis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Running right, Portis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And McPherson on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Mills. He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Mills on first down. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. One last shot from Mills.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Cincinnati, they remain as hot as anyone at